Today I have a personal story about neck pain, my neck pain, and how I've gotten rid of my neck pain doing some very specific strengthening and stretching exercises, which I'm going to give you at the end. As many of you may or may not know, I broke my neck when I was 16 doing gymnastics, and at that time they went in from the back and fused C5 and C6 with the wire. I continued to compete in gymnastics, and when I went to college, sometime that wire broke, which left me in a lot of pain my last couple of years of competing. And then after I was done competing, they went in from the front with the plate and 4 screws and some bone from my hip and fused it all, and now it feels great. But there's a couple lessons that we can learn from some of my neurosurgeons that have taught me a few things along the way, which I want to share with you today. After my second surgery, my neurosurgeon told me something that we can all learn from. For the rest of my life, and maybe yours too, I'm gonna have to actively work on my posture, keeping my shoulders back, my chin on top of my shoulders, and working on scapular retraction and pulling our shoulder blades into the back of our ribs to keep our shoulders rotated back and our head on top of our shoulders. You see, because C5 and C6 are fused, that means that the levels above and below are going to be more susceptible to bulging and rupturing those discs because there's more strain on them. So working on your posture helps alleviate that strain by keeping everything in line. The doctor also told me that I need to really focus on actively strengthening my upper back and stretching my chest to help make that posture more likely to happen on a regular basis. I'll go through some of those exercises he gave me later. When I went to Illinois for college to compete, they had to clear me medically because they knew I had a pre-existing neck condition. So they sent me to another neurosurgeon there. This was after my first surgery, but before my second. And that neurosurgeon had a few things of insight for me too. After he cleared me medically, he asked me what my major was and what I wanted to do with my life. And I told him that, I was inspired by the first operation that I had, and I wanted to be an orthopedic surgeon, so I wanted to be pre-med. The nice guy that he was offered me to come watch a couple of his surgeries later on that month, so I scrubbed in and checked it out. After watching those 2 back surgeries, I rapidly changed my major. I digress. The doctor asked me why those 2 women needed to have back surgery. And I assumed it was because they were in some accident, but to my surprise, he gave me 2 specific reasons that totally blew me away. Number 1 is because they smoked. He said that because they smoked, the joints and discs between the vertebrae were not getting the blood flow and nutrients they needed to thrive. Secondly, he said because the women were obese, which makes sense to me. More strain on the spine, less nutrients to the discs will deteriorate or degenerate faster. So what can we take away from these 2 neurosurgeons? Actively work on improving your posture. Do this by strengthening and stretching. Watch your weight and keep it down. Don't smoke. If you do smoke, you have yet another reason why you should quit. And just as important, do exercise every day that will circulate blood and nutrients to your bones, your discs, your joints, and even your brain. Now I'll show you how to do some stretches and strengthening exercises that have really helped me do them on a regular basis. So, click here for strengthening exercises, and click here for stretching exercises that you can do to help strengthen your neck. Don't forget to tell me what your experience is with your neck pain. I want to know. Leave a comment below. I hope these tips can help you. Don't forget to like, favorite, and share these tips with those that you know and love that can benefit from this too. And just a little bit of housekeeping for my channel. I am now committing to giving you regular videos every Monday, so don't forget to subscribe. Find us on Facebook and Google+. I will put the links below. I'm John Ham from Fitness on the Run, and I will see you next Monday.